Greetings, this is Esther with Starry Blessings Astrology and a little talk about the full moon that is occurring on Wednesday, October 24th, 10:45 in the morning Mountain Time. Tuesday night, the moon is going to look ginormous, and for sure, if you can get out there and see it, it's always wonderful to do a little full moon gazing. But before we get into the full moon, I do want to say that there is definitely some kind of a glitch opening in the matrix right now. I have had things that I have owned for many years disappear. 2 pairs of sunglasses I've had for like 5 years. The stand that I put the camera in to do these videos, that has completely disappeared. And this is the second time that it's disappeared. And I'm talking about it's disappeared within this room and the room adjacent to this room, because I wasn't anywhere else with it. So I've looked in all the places that my cat stashes things that he steals. It's not there. I've looked everywhere. I usually just by rote put it in the desk because he tends to like to bite on the rubber and the plastic, and it's not there. I mean, it is just gone. So this has occurred before where things just disappear and they seem to go into another dimension. There's like a vortex, there's an opening in the matrix. I mean, I don't know how it works, but I'm just stating the facts. And the facts are that things have disappeared that I normally keep pretty tight watch on. So I don't know what's happening. I'm going to attribute it to lots of energy downloads right now. Things are shifting. And we are in the waxing moon. The moon waxes to full and wanes back to new. So as we're in a waxing phase, as the moon is moving towards full, you can feel the energy kind of amping up around you. And it's important every month, but I think specifically this month, because of the planets involved in this lunation, which I'll tell you about in a second. But you know, every month as the moon moves towards full, you want to be spending more time grounding yourself, staying in your body, connecting to the earth, meditating, you know, being very aware of your little unit, maneuvering through this earth plane and keeping that unit healthy, grounded, strong, and flexible. So this full moon, again, October 24th, Wednesday morning, 10:45 a.m. Mountain Time. We have the sun is at 1 degree Scorpio. It just entered Scorpio. And the moon is exactly opposite at 1 degree Taurus. So the sun and the moon at the full moon are always exactly opposite each other. They're at the same degree, but in opposite signs. And at the new moon, which is going to be in a couple of weeks, we have the sun and the moon conjunct together at the same degree in the same sign. So every month we go through this cycle. So the full moon is a release time. We let go of. We look with the divine feminine light of the full moon. We look with our intuition. The rational, that can take a little vacation, especially during a full moon. And you know how the light of the moon is very different than the sun. The light of the moon makes everything kind of gray tones, and you can make out kind of shapes, but things aren't clear. They're more, you have to kind of feel your way through the spaces and kind of appreciate more the essence of something rather than the details of what it really looks like. And this is true whether you're looking at something in the physical, or if you're actually just thinking about things. Are you allowing your intuition to come forth in its full manifestation, which is going to be amplified at the full moon, because the moon is associated with our feminine intuition. And we all have it. We all use it. You can call it what you will, but everybody has a part of them that kind of gets direction, gets guidance from their higher self, and the more you tune into that, the more relaxed you can be because you're going to be guided around safely, more safely. So this full moon is also being affected by other planets that are also, cruising through the solar system right now. So the planet Uranus, which is the planet of rebellion and revolution and breakthrough and innovative thinking and free. It's about freedom. It's about being liberated. Okay, so my crystal speaking to me. Uranus is conjunct this full moon. It's literally conjunct the moon. It's moving retrograde, and it's at 0 degrees Taurus, conjunct the moon at 1 degree Taurus. Okay, chances are there's going to be some pretty explosive feelings up this full moon, and you want to let them out. You want to process them. You might have a really big cry. You might have ecstatic joy. The range, the spectrum of emotions is very huge. We're highly emotional creatures. We're, high percentage water. Human beings are highest percentage of us is water, and water in the astrology world is emotion. So I know we're highly emotional. We don't live in a culture that's like big on supporting the emotions, but we can each step forward and have our feelings and honor the divine feminine in that way and empower ourselves by not holding on to crap, but just feeling it. I feel really sad. I feel really happy. I have grief around this. I have joy around this. Feeling it. That's the important thing. And Uranus is going to bring some breakthrough, some liberation around feelings. Maybe you're able to say something to yourself or to someone else that needs to be said. That comes from, this crystal really wants to be involved. This is Linnea Bailey. She's a, I'm completely spacey, what kind of a crystal she is, but she's gorgeous for sure. So I'm going to hold her. She wants to be part of this. We also have Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury is the planet of communication and how we think and how we organize kind of our daily tasks and our daily thought patterns. And Jupiter are conjunct. They are together in the late degrees of Scorpio. So the sun is in Scorpio, Jupiter is in Scorpio, Mercury is in Scorpio. Jupiter makes everything bigger that it touches, so chances are you're going to be talking or expressing some deep emotional stuff. Now, Scorpio in the emotional realm tends to address more hidden emotions, deep things, painful things, betrayal, abandonment, disappointment, real deep repressed emotions. Scorpio, that's its realm. And with this full moon, we have the opportunity to kind of release those, get those up, and maybe have to say something. That's the Mercury. You're going to be saying it, but watch your mouth. Don't be nasty, because it'll just come back at you. Just be real, be raw, be real. And when we're vulnerable like that, when we're raw and vulnerable with our feelings, that's really when we're most in our power. That's really when we're really working more towards our soul potential than when we repress things. So the sun is also conjunct Venus right now. Venus is retrograde in Scorpio. So we have the sun, Venus. Venus is what you attract, what you love, what you attract. Money, abundance, love, beauty. Definitely in Scorpio, it's around passion, it's around sex, it's around very deep transformational emotional experiences. So the sun, Venus, Mercury, and Jupiter all in Scorpio right now. Yow, that's a lot. And right opposite that, Uranian energy. So it's really, really important that you are addressing this full moon appropriately, that maybe you're doing a ritual. Check out my other video on my death rebirth ritual. And this is a beautiful thing to do at every full moon, so you can release what needs to be let go and then prepare for the new moon where you're going to be bringing in the new. But this full moon is particularly potent because Scorpio energy is about death, rebirth. It is ruled by the planet Pluto, and Pluto demands that you get in there, root around, and transform deeply repressed feelings. And usually these are painful feelings. You know, we don't often repress joyful feelings. Some do, of course, but really it's those deep painful feelings we don't want to feel. We don't want to go there. But the truth is, if you go there, you will clean it out. You will feel better. You will actually feel better. And Scorpio says, don't be afraid to go in there and feel your feelings. Don't be afraid to transform. Don't be afraid to turn into your fullest potential. That's like Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is very passionate. So like, what do you really love to do? Give that to yourself at the full moon. Do it. Maybe it includes another person. Maybe it doesn't. Really let yourself have the passionate feelings for being alive that Scorpio reminds you to do, especially at this full moon of release and liberation. Whew. Exciting full moon. Get out there, do some howling, and remember, you are love always, and you will always return back to love. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Esther with Starry Blessings Astrology, and check out my death rebirth ritual for the full moon and really get into it.